Hey, this is Marty from Total Outdoor Programming. I'm going to bring you another video in our Flashback video series. This one's actually another one of those painful ones for me to retell. This one is from 2010. I'd went out and spent the preseason scouting on our property. Actually, if you've watched the video about choosing a stand location site, this is the actual same area that we put that stand in. A little tiny patch of woods. You wouldn't think that a deer would have any use for it at all. It's probably about 1/4 of an acre maximum. It just happens to be in the right spot where it's in between a couple different bigger woods, and that buck would use that as a little bit of a hideout, a little bit of a staging area. And I'd watched him all through the summer and knew he was a really nice buck. Got a lot of pictures on trail cam, even a few trail cam videos, and he just kept using that same area, so I felt really confident that we were going to get a good chance to harvest this buck here. So finally bow season kicks in, and it was actually only my second day of hunting, and I was out there pretty early in the afternoon really. It was probably about 4 o'clock when I first noticed him. He had made his way from the neighbor's woods into my woods, that little 1/4 acre patch. I thought, here we go, he's coming my way. Just waiting for the right opportunity, the right shot. Well, it was so thick in there that I never got that shot. He actually came in and bedded down directly below my tree stand. I could just about spit on him, he was that close, and he bedded down there for probably 15-20 minutes. Really kind of a cool experience having the buck that you've been pursuing for months right underneath you. He never even had a clue that I was there. So I waited, trying to wait for him to get back up, and gets closer to dark. Finally he steps up and works right back through that thick stuff, never gave me a shot. Crossed the ditch and popped out on the side of the bean field and started working his way down towards my shooting lane. I said, all right, this is it. He hit that opening. Not only did he hit my shooting lane, but he stopped in it and started to put his head down behind the weeds. So I was able to get to full draw, took my time. I actually counted to 4 while I was aiming. Just let that arrow slide. It was about a 25-yard shot. I knew I had him dead to rights. And in horror, got to watch the arrow go directly underneath him. I somehow shanked my shot and put it underneath him. You know, buck fever, I don't know what you want to call it, but for whatever reason I missed that buck clean. He turned and took off, and man, I'll tell you what, if you're ever going to get a good look at the size of a buck, it's right after you miss one. When they take off, you can tell just how big he is. They grow 10 inches, I swear. I was actually waiting to see some sign of blood coming down, some sign that I'd hit him. He stopped, and I got the camera zoomed in on him, and completely clean, missed him. Man, watching him run away was a hard thing because he just kept growing inches every step he took. He made it over into the other woods, and I, was really bummed about it. Actually ended up hitting that stand 2 nights later, and on that same night, he came through probably about 60 yards away from me, across the fence in the neighbor's property. He was perfectly fine, nothing had happened to him, he was walking fine. Actually saw him 2 more times throughout that season. Never once again did he ever come close to my little patch of woods there. I'd had the opportunity, he gave it to me and I completely blew it. Checking with the neighbors over the next couple years, nobody ever said that they got the buck, and all of the nearby hunters all knew which one I was talking about, so hopefully he's still out there running around. But that was the last time I saw him, and kind of a hard one to recount, but hey, that's the way hunting goes sometimes. Sometimes you're on, sometimes you're not, so my fault, I should have made that 25-yard shot. Hopefully you like this video. It's another one in our Flashback video series, and if so, please subscribe and we'll keep more videos coming for you.
It is Smarty from Total Out.